Season 1 of the Xabi Alonso experiment was quite rocky to say the least. Initially, there was a lot of fanfare around the arrival of the Spanish legend as head coach after his excellent work with Real Sociedad's B team. But unfortunately for both Xabi and Hertha Berlin fans, the play on the pitch did not match the hype of it. Hertha started last season poorly and never truly recovered. There were a few special moments.
Oh, it's deflected. Villaria! Oh, Villaria!
But overall, it was a relatively disappointing season, especially at the back, where Hertha's leaky defense continued to pose no threat to the Bundesliga attackers. On the other end, Hertha struggled to score, something that surprised many of their fans. Of course, the mid-season loss of Christoph Piatek to Everton deprived Hertha of a consistent goal scorer, and while Matthias Cunha did his best, Hertha lacked quite a bit in the attack last year. But there were some positive signs. The arrival of Abu Nzibo from the B team injected life into the club, the young Ivorian becoming one of the most exciting young players in the Bundesliga.
Oh, great move! Abu Nzibo! It's in! Abu Nzibo!
Everyone excited to see how he can keep growing in a young Hertha team. But it was the shrewd signing of Mike Tresor that truly gives Hertha hope for the future. Tresor arrived from Wilhelm in the Eredivisie after an impressive first half of the season and just continued to move from strength to strength here in the Bundesliga.
What can Mike Tresor do? Tresor! Mike Tresor!
And he ended the season on top form. Many are excited for his second season with the club. Now a massive summer awaits. Xabi's now had a chance to analyze the squad and is promising major changes. The board has been strict with the funding, but with some ingenuity and some intricate scouting, Xabi and his staff are confident of success in the transfer window this summer. After all, he'll have to show some progress if he wants to keep a job. Season 2 of the Hertha Berlin Master League starts now. Welcome to the off-season. Hertha Berlin have a big summer ahead of them. Xabi Alonso hard at work securing transfer targets, listing players for sale, managing club finances. We have so much to do. First things first, let's get to the news. Hertha Berlin have signed a new partnership with shipping giant DHL. We will also reveal the kits coming up soon. However, one stipulation of the DHL contract: Hertha will now play in the DHL Cup. The DHL Cup is essentially a world tour for Hertha Berlin across a few of the continents where DHL do business. Let's have a look at where they'll be heading this summer. And of course, with that sponsorship announcement, the fans have been eager to see the new kits, and we can finally release Nike's new kits for Hertha Berlin in Season 2 here in the Master League. Alright, looking sharp. Hertha Berlin ready to approach the new season. The new kits are in, they're incredible. Let's get this summer underway. Now as we head into the off season, it is time to evaluate the squad. But first off, let's have a look at how our players developed last year. And now it's time to evaluate the squad and see what we need for the offseason. Alright, now let's have a full look and evaluation at the squad before we get busy in the transfer market. Jahrstein, Danny Martin, and Scholau, not a bad goalkeeping trio. Danny Martin's my starter. It will remain that way. No goalkeepers coming in for the moment. We're going to give Danny Martin a season to prove that he can be the guy for the future. At the center back position, Niklas Stark, Toruna Riga, Dedrick Vallata. Now, Stark has actually been the worst of the three for me. Toruna Riga has done really well coming to the end of the season. Vallata was incredible all year long, but he's declining now. He's already dropped down to 79. So the plan right now is to bring in a center back to potentially start with Stark. But if Stark does not improve his play, that center back could be starting with Toruna Riga. So we'll see. At left back, Mittelstadt and Luca Netz, very happy with these two. Netz is learning, Netz is growing, Mittelstadt has been good, but Stat staying the same. And at right back, Zafwik and Aguiar. Aguiar will be going on loan. Zafwik competes really with Mama Balde, but he's also a right winger. But we're fine with this. Zafwik can also play center back if we go with 3 at the back. In holding midfield, a lot of interesting things here. Toussaint, potential candidate to be sold. He's worth quite a bit of money. Askasibar, want to keep him, but he could potentially be sold as well. Kadira likely leaving. Regardless, he already signed a pre-contract, so he will be off most likely. Vladimir Darida, of course, staying. Our star midfielder. Merlanis came on well last year, getting better as time went on. Ejaria, I really liked how he played to end the season. I'm going to keep Rieger this year too, or I plan to. I was thinking about loaning him, but I decided let's keep him with the team and see how he plays on a better team, hopefully. And Mike Tresor, who's really an attacking player as well, but he's in here. So we've been looking to maybe 3 of these guys can go, and we bring in 1 or 2 midfielders to help. We will see. And in the attack, Dilrosun back from his loan. Very excited to have him back here. I think he's gonna have a good season. But Donjic will be on the transfer list. We don't use him. We don't play him much. He deserves to play football. Dodi Lukebakio, we're on the fence about. So he has had some decent moments, not enough consistently to, really push. In fact, Ebu Nzibo basically came in and kind of took his position. So that shows you how much work Lukebakio has to do. And Nzibo, of course, going to be a big player for us. Even if he's not a full-time starter, he'll be playing a lot of minutes this year. So we'll see what we do at Lukebakio. We could test the water to see if there's a big offer for him. Cunha, of course, going to bring him some help up top. Jean Cordoba will be sold. We've not used him, and he also deserves to play. Sander Voss will be going on loan. And Redan has come back from his loan at Nottingham Forest, but he's not really done much there. He's likely to be transferred as well. And Hertha Berlin have announced the signing of 2 youth team players. First off, the Brazilian Kaique Taborda center back was beyond his years. Only 16 years old, but so accomplished at the back. A really high-level prospect here. Zabi wants to bring him into the first team this season and perhaps give him some game time in the Bundesliga. It's a big leap for the youngster, but Zabi believes he can handle it. Kaique Taborda into the squad. And the second player brought into the youth team has a pretty interesting backstory. Zabi Alonso knows him from his time with the Real Sociedad B team. It's Shomin Goicoechea, once the crown gem of the Basque region and a record setter with the Real Sociedad B team under Zabi Alonso. Shomin in the last year has fallen on hard times. He was caught drunk driving through the streets of San Sebastian, pulled over, arrested. His career in shatter. Zabi allowed him to come over to Berlin and perhaps get his career back on track. He's done well with the B team, so we're bringing him up. A former bad boy, Shomin Goicoechea, joining Hertha Berlin. And Hertha have over 20 players they have scouted for the summer. They've been working on this list all season long. Obviously, the Loni look to bring in maybe 5 or so of these, but here's what the scouting department has come up with, considering the positions that we need help in the most. First off, Maximilian Gruber, the Austrian center back from Salzburg, left-footed. I think he could fit in well on the left side. Filip Juremovic, the Croatian right back and center back mainly. Very exciting young player at Rubin Kazan. This is one that Zabi's hoping his personal touch can help with. Javi Martinez, almost out of contract at Bayern Munich. Would he be willing to come here on a free? João Palhinha from Sporting, the holding midfielder. Incredible defensive stats on him. I think he could be a great anchor for us. Yangel Herrera, the center midfielder from Venezuela, spent the last 2 years on loan at Granada in Spain, where he grew quite a bit. Back at City, maybe not part of their future plans, so someone that I think could do really well for us. Matias Rojas, someone we looked at the beginning of this series, still interested in the Paraguayan. Mahmoud Daoud, of course, we went in for him already and were rejected. Maybe he'll reconsider things now in the summer. Maximilian Eggestein, the midfielder from Werder Bremen, who finished pretty low in the table. The German, I think, could be a big part of our midfield. We're looking at Maximilian Meyer as well, of course, former Wonder Kid. Maybe can bring some experience to us. Joe Willock on loan at Newcastle, who are looking to purchase him full time. Let's see what we can negotiate with Arsenal potentially. Mateus Pereira, could he join Mateus Cunha for a Mateus partnership? West Brom have been relegated from the Premier League, so maybe he's willing to leave the Championship and come over to the Bundesliga. Leandro Trossard, the Belgian winger, very exciting player. quite expensive, however. Not sure we can get this done. Zedran Shaqiri, 30 years old. I think he could do well in Germany. Could be a good stopgap for us up top and someone who I think can mentor Abu Nzibo. Guedes from Valencia, of course. Under Peter Lim, they've been selling everyone. Maybe we can get Guedes at a cut rate price, like City did for Ferran Torres. How about Mino Rashica, who was the subject of a lot of transfer rumors a year ago. Not a great season for him, but I think someone who knows the Bundesliga well, and another Werder Bremen player who may be looking to move on. This is probably one of the players we're most excited about. Paul Onuachu, 6'7". He scored 41 goals last season in 37 games. We checked it out just to make sure. He is someone who I think could be massive for us up top. Hopefully we can get this done. He is quite expensive, however. Juan Jose Macias, of course, someone we've been looking for since the beginning of the series. Kasper Dolberg, former Ajax wonder kid, has found his footing in France. He's quite expensive, however, playing for Nice. We'll see how he does. And another Nice forward as well, Amin Gouiri, perhaps a young Benzema. Darwin Nunez, the Uruguayan over at Benfica, another option up top. Gianluca Scamacca, someone who destroyed me in my Fiorentina Master League before. I would love to bring him in here. A target man as well, pretty tall. I think he could be fun. And Sasha Kaladzic, the Austrian forward from Stuttgart. Not sure if they will sell to a Bundesliga rival, but certainly worth a look. And in the first move of the window, Sander Voss is off on loan to Liga MX for FC Juarez. Last year, Dilrosun did very well in Mexico. We're hoping the same can happen for Sander Voss. He'll spend a year in Mexico, the young Dutch striker. Let's see how he improves. And as reported heavily at the end of last season, Sami Khedira is out of the club, out of contract. He's actually heading to Everton, where he'll be playing with Piatek, who was previously sold to the English side. Khedira likely to be a rotation player in midfield. We thank him for all he did last season. He really helped us stabilize. But now we must look to the future. And it's a deal that Hertha almost completed in the January transfer window, but now they have some good news to share. Mahmoud Daoud coming in from Borussia Dortmund for 13.8 million euros. Hertha negotiating for a few weeks here to get the price down. Daoud has fallen to 4th in the pecking order in the Dortmund midfield, not playing much. Eberici Eze, Jude Bellingham, Thomas Delaney and Axel Witsel all ahead of him. So Daoud, looking to hopefully make the German squad for the FIFA World Cup, comes over to Hertha Berlin. Very interested to see how he can fit into the team. This is a big signing and he really should be our long-term replacement for Vladimir Darida as he's getting older. Mahmoud Daoud into the squad. Very excited about this transfer. And in an attempt to balance the books after the board took a lot of the Piatek money, as we previously discussed, Hertha have sold Lucas Toussaint back to the French league. This time he'll be playing for Marseille. Toussaint did not play much for Xabi Alonso, though he came on really well at the end. However, this bid coming in from Marseille was too much to ignore. Toussaint returns to his home country with a guaranteed starting spot in the midfield. Be interesting to see how his career goes from here, but Hertha pick up a nice fee for him, 20.7 million euros. That will surely be spent well in the market. And Hertha's ongoing search for an attacking midfielder has reached a very, very surprising conclusion. Xabi Alonso adamant about this. While the Hertha fans are a bit unsure, Xabi is sticking with his guns. He is signing Marcelo from Real Madrid with the promise of playing him in an attacking position. Asked about this, Xabi said, "Marcelo is one of the most talented players I've ever seen on the ball. I have no doubt that he can add a lot to our midfield and attack. He will not be playing left back for us. I have big plans for what he can do." Hertha fans are pretty surprised at this, not to mention the larger footballing world. Marcelo falling out of favor at Real Madrid in recent months, with Ferland Mendy taking over the left back position. He's not played much. Real Madrid looking to get go of the salary, and Xabi Alonso making the call to Madrid to his former teammate Marcelo with a promise of an attacking position. Marcelo's mentioned that seeing Dani Alves move into a midfield position back in Brazil has enticed him. He's always wanted to play further up, and now he gets the chance. For Hertha, an experienced player comes in that can also mentor Luka Netz, which is important for the left back position. But very interesting to see how Marcelo does in a more attacking position, especially given his age. This will surely bring some eyes to the team next season in the Bundesliga. And Luka Waldschmidt wants to stick it out in Portugal for the time being. Not interested in coming back to the Bundesliga just yet. Disappointed with how his life has started in Liga NOS. Hoping to keep pushing there in Benfica and make a name for himself. So So no Luka Waldschmidt for Hertha Berlin. And Nemanja Radonjic is off to Sampdoria in Serie A, 5.6 million euros for the Serbian winger. He started well with Xabi Alonso but didn't play much as the season went on. The surprising emergence of Abu and Zibo changed a lot of the plans for certain players with Hertha last year. Radonjic, an unfortunate casualty, he's off to Serie A. Wishing him all the best. And Hertha Berlin fans were quite excited at the prospect of bringing in English midfielder Joe Willock from Arsenal. However, the midfielder on loan at Newcastle last year is now embroiled in a bitter battle between Newcastle and Arsenal for his signature. Willock wants to play consistent football. Newcastle want to make a deal. However, they're asking for an option to buy. Arsenal are not sure about it, but in the meantime, Hertha's bid has been rejected. And Clouvert Aguiar is off to France to play for Lens on loan for a season. We're going to get him some playing time in Liga. I think he's going to improve a lot for his time there. Excited to bring him back maybe one day, see how he can fit in. We have a lot of cover at right back with Zafrique and Mama Balde, so hopefully Clouvert Aguiar can perform well in France. And Dutch forward Dijsselhoorn Redan is off to Freiburg for 2.8 million euros. Redan spent last year on loan at Nottingham Forest, didn't do too much. We're deciding to move on from him. We have enough young forwards and enough things we want to do in the market where we don't really see him playing too much, so Redan is off to Freiburg. And Matheus Pereira has opted to stay in the championship over coming to the Bundesliga. He was interested in the Hertha project, but didn't feel like they were at the level he needed. He'd rather fight to make it back into the Premier League. So the dream of the Matheus front line is dead. Matheus Pereira has rejected Hertha Berlin. And the long search for a big-time center-back may be concluded. Hertha Berlin paying 25.7 million euros for Felix Udokai, who comes in from Augsburg. Udokai incredible last year, leading Augsburg all the way to the DFB Pokal final. Despite his efforts, however, Augsburg finished near the bottom of the table. So Hertha Berlin picking him up here for quite an expensive fee, but he's young, talented, and we think he can be someone who can become a leader for our backline over the next few years. He's left-footed, so he can slot in on that left side. Felix Udokai, the former Wolfsburg man, coming to Hertha Berlin via Augsburg. A big signing here. Hertha's defense needs as much help as it can get, and Udokai expected to play a massive role for Xabi Alonso next season. Javi Martinez has turned down Xabi Alonso's offer to come to Hertha Berlin, opting to stay at Bayern Munich to finish out his career. He was about to be out of contract, but Bayern Munich offering him a last-minute deal for one season, so Javi Martinez will stay with the Bundesliga champions. And Hertha have two players out of the club. First off, Hans-Joachim Rieger, just a loan. Don't be too worried. He's off to FC Cologne for some more playing time. Hertha unsure if they can give him enough playing time in the midfield currently. So Rieger will play for Cologne. Hopefully he can grow and come back an even better player next year. And after Sami Khedira and Lucas Toussaint were transferred, another transfer here for Hertha. Santiago Ascasibar off to FC Werder Bremen, where he'll play next to the new signing Zambo and Anguissa. Werder Bremen forming a formidable midfield pairing there. Ascasibar played sparingly for Xabi. At sometimes he seemed quite important, but in the end, Xabi has an idea for the midfield he wants to build. It does not include Ascasibar, though he's a quality player. All the best for him in Bremen. And unfortunately, though, there was a lot of hype surrounding the transfer. The deal for Paul Onuachu has fallen through. Genk unwilling to come down from their price of 31 million euros. Onuachu, 6'7". We were quite excited about what he could bring to the front line. However, we're not willing to pay that much for him. And a 21.7 million euro bid for Jean Cordoba from Manchester United has been accepted. Wolfsburg overjoyed with his fee. Cordoba, a quality player, just not a favorite of Xabi's. He goes off to Manchester United, where he could be a surprisingly good signing. That said, the fee, a bit exorbitant here. Premier League money, we will not say no to it. So, Jean Cordoba off to the Premier League. Will be very interesting to see how he performs backing up Edison Cavani for the Red Devils. And Sporting and Hertha are locked into negotiations for João Palhinha. However, the Portuguese side won 33 million euros. That's a figure Xabi is not comfortable with spending. So unfortunately, this deal will fall through. João Palhinha, I thought, could have brought a lot into our midfield, especially shoring things up at the back. However, we cannot afford this. And it took over a month of negotiating But threatened with Newcastle's purchase of Joe Willock, Arsenal have opted to loan Willock over to Hertha Berlin for the season. So Joe Willock comes in, we don't have an option to buy. Though if he does perform well, we will consider doing something next year, see what we can work out with Arsenal. We're paying quite a hefty loan fee, to be honest, 9.7 million euros, but we think he can be worth it. Joe Willock coming in, he can play at the heart of our midfield. Xabi continuing to mold the midfield that he wants to see here at Hertha. Welcome to the club, Joe Willock. Big things are expected. He joins Ovi Ejaria in midfield, so we have two young English talents here now. Hopefully they can grow and perform the way Jude Bellingham and Jadon Sancho have performed over at Dortmund. Welcome, Joe Willock. And Gianluca Scamacca is staying with Sassuolo. Hertha were hoping to pick him up for cheap, but the Italian side opting to keep their forward after he was on loan last season. They want to see what he can do for them up top with Jeremy Boga. And forever on loan, Michy Batshuayi is coming into the squad. Hertha looking for an experienced striker to lead the front line. Last year, we felt the inexperience and the lack of a pure forward did hurt us. So Michy Batshuayi coming in on loan for one season, just a 5.6 million loan fee here. However, Batshuayi does have an option to be purchased as well. Hertha will be happy to execute it if he plays well. He joins fellow Belgian Mike Treasure and Daishimi in the attack, as well as Mateus Cunha. Maybe those three can form a formidable trio. We will see, but Batshuayi in. Excited to see how he performs this year. And Matias Rojas has again rejected Hertha's advances. I think he's just going to stay in South America for the rest of his career. An exciting player, but perhaps not ready to make the leap. And Hertha conclude a very busy transfer window with a signing they have been eyeing for over a year. Juan Jose Macias, the Mexican forward coming in from Guadalajara. It's a deal that's been worked on for the last 12 months. Back and forth, it's been rejected at times. Finally accepted. 22.6 million paid out to the Mexican club. But Hertha Berlin have their man, a high level of talent. He can play up top. He can also play on the wings or behind the forward. Xabi Alonso is going to give him some time to work his way into the team. We're excited for him. He's one for the future. So Juan Jose Macias into Hertha Berlin. Could he be the next big Mexican star here in the Bundesliga? And now that the transfer dealings are done, Hertha Berlin head on their DHL Cup, the global tour that is a part of the contract stipulations for the new sponsor DHL. Let's see how the tour unfolds.
Right, here we are at Yankee Stadium here in New York City. Hertha Berlin taking on Tigres. It's been a big summer for them. A lot of new players coming in. Batshuayi. Nets. And Batshuayi! Oh, what a mistake! Batshuayi gets his first goal for the club. Hopefully a sign of things to come. And that's under hit. It will be so interesting to see Marcelo in an attacking position. What a ball! What a pass! What a finish! And it's Gignac. Cleared, and there it is. 1-1 here. Batshuayi and Gignac with the 2 goals. Alright, here we are at the float at Marina Bay. What a crazy place to have a football game. But it's part of the DHL sponsorship, so while Xabi may not love it, you have to make do. Here we are in Singapore at Marina Bay, and we are playing on water. The fans are behind the fence on the other side of the stadium. Oh, it's Ryan! Martin! And it's 1-0. Corner kick here, and Joe Willock, fresh on the pitch, will take it. Batshuayi's in there. And look at that! So, wow! That's a goal deserving of the regular season, but he scores a stunner here. It's headed out, it falls to Luca net, and the accuracy on this, incredible. Batshuayi, Macias, and Zebo! Great football! 2-1. Abu and Zebo off the bench and on the score sheet. Not the prettiest victory, but good effort there at the end to come back. Alright, here we are. King Fahd International Stadium in Saudi Arabia. Cruzeiro at the Berlin. Marcelo there. Solis. And Zibo, why not? Oh, yes! Abu and Zibo! Oh, this kid is set to explode this season, the Ivorian. So they flick on. Space opening up here. Strike! 2-1. Martin has to do better there. Rafael Solis. Baldi. Great points on Messi. Oh! We're scoring bangers all preseason. Juan Jose Macias. But what a finish. This is 2-2. Wow. Over the top. That's a fantastic pass. Oh, they're going to call a foul on Danny Martin. Really? Oh, buried by Solis. That's a hat trick. Dilmerson. Great ball through. Tresor. Macias. 3-3 at the dead. And Juan Jose Macias. And there it is. 3-3. A hat-trick for Rafael Solis, turning back the clock. With Macias with a double and Zibo with a stunning free kick as well. 3-3 here between Hertha and Pizarro in the DHL Cup. And we are here. It's the beginning of the Bundesliga season. We're taking on Freiburg first. And here are the squad numbers for this season. Sholau, Balde, Udokai, number 3, Ajaria, 4, Stark, 5, Dorita, 6. You can see it all here. Marcelo takes 12, Macias takes the number 9, Cunha with number 10, Willock with 19, Daoud 21, Goykoeshe 18, and Ziba moves from number 30 to number 14. But I have my eye on that number 11 if Luke Bacchio ever moves on. Bashuwadi with his favorite number 23, Kaike, number 33. And here we are, Xabi Alonso giving his press conference to kick off the new Bundesliga season. We want to play good football this year. We want to make you guys in the comments proud. So that's the plan, making the fans proud this season. Hopefully, after a busy summer, we can do well this year on the pitch. All right, so here is how we're lining up. 5-4-1. Dorita, Daoud, Tresor, Marcelo in midfield with Cunha up top. The backline, Udokai, Stark, and Toruna Riga all playing Mama Balde and Luca Nets. On the wing-back positions, they'll move into the midfield in attack, and they'll pull back in defense. Hopefully it works. Change of formation here from Xabi, some tinkering. We're taking on Freiburg, the danger men for them, Demirovic, Thiel. Here we are, the first day of the Bundesliga season. Freiburg here visiting the nation's capital, Hertha Berlin. Season 2 under Xabi Alonso. They're hoping for a more successful season. They finished 11th last year, but they had quite a busy summer. A lot of eyes on Marcelo coming in from Real Madrid. Xabi Alonso playing him higher up the pitch, so that should be fun. How will the Xabi experiment go in Season 2? We'll find out now, the first day of the Bundesliga season. And then how is that not a foul? Thiel. They still have it here. Demirovic not allowed to turn. Martin, good stop. And Stark gets it clear. Good football. Daoud. Not the place to lose it. Now Daoud. And Stark. Oh! That looked like a clean tackle. The referee says no to the edge of the box, but that looked pretty clean here. A tough tackle, yes, but Stark gets on ball there. It does follow through in the end, but it's a free kick in the edge of the box. And Lala, a new signing from Strasbourg to take it. And Danny Martin, what a stop. It's whipped in, and Toruna Riga, oh, couldn't get there, but Pedersen heads it wide. Oh, Martin picks it up. Daoud. Tresor. Cunha. And it's Marcelo. Cunha. Oh, it leaks. Marcelo. Oh, he's taken out. And it's 0-0. Half-time. Eventful half. Minimal chances, really. Freiburg were a little bit better than us, but we held on well. Let's see how the second half goes. Cunha just gets a touch to that, but as make much of a difference in the end as... Oh, ball's through here. He's on the inside. Martin. Great job, and Udokai clears. Strike here. Oh, Teal. There you go. Willock and Nzigo coming on. Mahmoud Daoud and Mike Treshaw. All right, final 20 minutes here. Can the subs make some kind of a difference? Balde. Tony Lukebakio. Good pace. Into Macias. Oh! And Zebo! Oh, he puts it wide. First touch of the game. Watch it as they come the other way now. Balde! Not the best clearance. It's two on the way! Martin! Great stop! Oh, he saved us there. He completely saved us there. And Mama Balde can get it out. Oh, Joe Willock. And 1-0 Freiburg at the death. It's Gallagher just on the pitch. 10 numbers there. Macias, oh, that's it. Oh, thank you. They called the foul. Macias lining up for a volley there, and he's not happy with it. The Mexican getting acclimated to Germany. Look at this here. Oh, yeah, nasty foul. And Zebo! Oh, it deflects and it goes wide. It's thrown into Lukebakio. Derrida. Joe Willock! Oh, it's so close. And it's wide. 1-0. What a shame. 84th minute. We played well. We pushed well at the end. Not sure what lessons we really learned from this one, but we lose at home. No goals. Bielefeld, who we play next, beating Bremen 4-1. Incredible result. Dortmund won over Hoffenheim. Wolfsburg beating Schalke. Leverkusen over Mainz. Bayern Munich losing to Augsburg 2-0. And Leipzig getting spanked by Frankfurt 4-0. They won't be happy about this. The fans expected a lot after that summer. And we're getting slaughtered. Unable to score, so our scoring woes still continue. We concede late. There were some good things, but not good enough. We have to bounce back. Alright, match day 2 against Bielefeld. And even more important now, given that we lost the first game of the season, off to the Schuko Arena. Alright, so with Derrida out, Marcelo is our captain today. Cunha and Batshuayi making his debut. Treshaw and Willock in midfield. Still 5 at the back. Youngster Kaike comes in as Taruna Riga and Bayata both on poor form. So it'll be fun to see Kaike play. Alright, here we are. Schuko Arena, Bielefeld hosting Hertha Berlin. Hertha a bit disappointed, actually very disappointed, after the opening game loss at home to Freiburg. Now they visit Bielefeld on the road. Bielefeld shocking everyone in week 1 with a dominant victory over Werder Bremen. Let's see how they fare here in front of their home fans. Twitter. Tresso. Great stuff. And now Mike Tresso is off. Cunha. Oh, that's nasty. And the referee's going to have a look at this. And it is a booking. Let's see what happened here in the replay. Oh, Cunha just hit in the face there. Stock. Marcelo. Nets. Needs to float it up. Oh, good football here. And Cunha! Yes! Beautiful! 1-0. Mateus Cunha with the goal. And there we are. We have the first goal of the season. Batshuayi and Cunha combining well here. Marcelo, good pass there. Treshaw, excellent pass inside. But look at this. Batshuayi over to Cunha. And a really nice left-footed finish. And Hertha playing some good football so far. It's a good start. Oh, and that's a mistake. And Batshuayi. Cunha! Oh, it's wide. That could have been 2. Great stuff here. Batshuayi doing really well. And he slips it through brilliantly. And Cunha probably could have done better there. Willock. Joe Willock has been really good. Kake. Oh, dangerous, but it works. It's cut out there. Oh, mistake! And a shot! Right in! Udokai. Stop. Oh, Tresor caught there. It's a very good tackle. Kake Tabora does get deflection on it. Udokai, good tackle. Referee says no foul and Willock goes on a run. Bashuai, what a ball! Michi Bashuai! And Matthias Cunha! 2-0! The Bashuai Cunha combination is beautiful. And we have a 2-goal lead here in the first half. Brilliant stuff. And there it is, half time. 2-0, a double from Cunha. And we've been very good here against Bielefeld. On board there. No! Oh, Martin with a save. The thing is, oh, Marcelo, good touch there. Stark read it well, but still couldn't stop it. And it's in. Oh, we can't close it down. Oh, they hit the post. Vlap here touches it. Good touch, to be honest. Good effort. Little of Doan today. But now we will. Good ball. Kake Taborda. Ooh, that's a foul. And maybe a booking here for the youngster. It is. Tripping him up there. Knew what he was doing. And oh, that was dangerous. Sankare almost sneaks one in. Dokai! What a tackle! And Martin will pick that one up. You don't think of Mike Tresor for defending, but he drops back. He really does do a lot of work there for us. Great stuff. Marcelo finding Lucanets. And Lucanets has freed Matthias Cunha! And Matthias Cunha bearing down on goal. Hat-trick on the line. Why didn't he shoot? He tried to set up Bashuai. And loses the ball. Shot! Oh my word! But it's fine. We've come here, we've taken care of business. Been clinical when we've had to be. Could have been even better and more clinical at times. But there it is, 2-0, a double from Matthias Cunha in the first half. We are under pressure in the second, but we do manage it well, we defend well, a clean sheet here on the road, 3 points in the bag. Alright, so elsewhere, Cologne 4-0 over Freiburg, Borussia Dortmund 1-0 over Werder Bremen, 1-1 between Mainz and Hoffenheim, 2-2 between Wolfsburg and Leverkusen. Bayern Munich losing to Union Berlin, so Bayern Munich starting the season poorly yet again. Don't forget though, last year they did as well. But they ended up winning the Bundesliga. Augsburg 1-0 over Leipzig, Frankfurt over Schalke, and Gladbach 4-0 over Stuttgart. So with that, Gladbach again off to a quick start here in the Bundesliga. We are in 10th position. 2 goals scored, 1 conceded. Much better than the ratio we had a lot of times last year.